Hey everybody, so hopefully this video is focused. I don't know if it is because I'm blind. Don't have my glasses with me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make it. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite book series. You probably heard of it, it's Eragon. So I'm gonna go through kind of how I got into it, and then I'm gonna talk about my personal stuff with it, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, so it's Eragon by Christopher Paolini, and basically it's about a farm boy who finds an egg, and the egg, or not an egg, a stone. Stone turns out to be an egg, and then dragon, boom. Yeah, crazy adventures. I don't actually know what I'm saying. Okay, hold on a second. I'm lost now. Crap. I guess I'm gonna start off with how I figured out about it. Okay, so like in 4th grade, I loved dragons by this point. I don't know how. I think the first movie I watched of dragons was Dragonheart, and then some Dungeons and Dragons movies, and that was about it. And then, you know, like the Mega Bloks dragons and all that. Yeah, so in like, it was a long time ago, so I was in 4th grade, I think I was like 8 or 9, and the movie came out, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh man, it's freaking amazing. And ever since that day, Eragon's been my favorite movie. I know you're like, what? Don't say that, because it's nothing like the book, but it's still my favorite, and even after reading the series, and I'll get into that later. But so I went and saw the movie, and I don't even know, I think I was like super fascinated with it, and I had no idea it was a book, even though it said in the, you know, trailers. And years went on, and I got into high school, and by this point I was making a comic of my own. It was just random with a friend. I made a video about it. I'll put the link in the description, but I was like, wait a second, wasn't Eragon a book? And so I went to the library, checked it out, and I was like, okay, I wonder how close it is going to be to the movie, because I had no idea it was separate. And holy crap, I was so amazed. Like, I love the books. I started this one in 9th grade, and then I read the rest as the years went on. So 9th grade was Eragon, 10th grade was, what goes next? Eldest, yeah. Eldest, and then, because I have the other 2 books over there, but not Eldest. Because I asked for the 4 books for Christmas, but I got just those 2 because I was at the, okay, anyways. Eragon, Eldest. Eldest was in 10th grade, and 11th grade was Bersinger, and then I just finished Inheritance this summer, so it was a sad thing because I didn't want to finish it, and as far as I know, he's working on another one, but yeah. So anyways, okay, let's skip that. I'll get to that point. So my thoughts on the books are, obviously I'm mind blown. I don't have any complaints, and it annoys me because people complain about the character a lot, saying he asks too many questions. But if you were in Allegasia and you had, you know, your dragon with you and all these other people, you'd be asking questions too, so, I mean, it's kind of obvious. I don't know, it's just a way different story than from any that I've read before. Very different series, but none that had dragons in them. I did pick up How to Train Your Dragon one day when I was in, like, middle school, but I just kept that around because I thought it was cool looking. I never read it, so that was that. But it's my favorite series of all. I definitely recommend it, and I still think it's stupid that people compare it to Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. It's nothing like that, so I don't know where that comes from, but that's my opinion on it. And then, of course, people complain about Eragon and Arya not being together, but then again, I would probably be the kind of writer to cause angst, I guess, and never make things happen, so try not to add spoilers, because if you want to read it, then go check it out. But I don't know what I'm saying in this. This book inspired me to write, I would say, because I never really got inspired to do anything like involved with writing, and then I read this book and I'm like, holy crap, like, it's a brilliant idea to have the connection with the dragons. And if you've seen Dragonheart, it kind of has that, but not particularly, because like Dragonheart, the dragon talks, it's not reading through the minds. And since I've like watched a lot of videos with him in it, Christopher Paolini, I read Jeremy Thatcher Dragon Hatcher and almost cried, even though it's like a children's book. But I was like, I wonder what inspired Eragon, so I read that, and I do recommend that too. It's pretty short, like 200 pages long maybe. Really good book. But this series is amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this copy in particular because I don't know if you can see it from afar, but I'll have to add a picture or something, but my friend lives up in Alaska. They just moved there, and they're like, hey, because we met on a group on Facebook, because we're both artists. The guy was like, hey, Christopher Paolini's gonna be up in Alaska. Do you want me to get a signed copy for you for your late birthday? I'm like, oh my god. I was so excited, and he actually did get it and sent it to me, and this is that, along with other things, which is in my video about my dragon. But I could not sleep that night. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, he freaking signed the book and to me and my dragon. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. So I don't know where this video is going. Yeah, so Eragon and then Eldest. Eldest has a lot more with the training with the elves, and then Persinger has more of that, but I can't really remember because I don't remember when I last read Persinger, but I think everything progressed well because you can't have people say it's stalling, but you can't just skip to one point to the next. You have to go through all these series of events to get to that leading point. So I think it's appropriate, everything that happened. Like I said, I'm not going to give spoilers away. So let's talk about the movie then. Okay, so I know because I read the series, or I watched the movie first and then read the series. And it's still one of my favorite movies because, for one, the dragon's pretty, and I think I'm too absorbed in dragons or something, because I think that dragon's pretty realistic from most that I've seen involving human interaction with the dragon, or dragons. And it's like, I've watched it at least 5,000 times. I know every single line in my head, and played the video game as well, which I own. Everyone gets super mad when I say I like the movie, but it brought me into the series, which I'm super glad for. I did have some speculations, not really speculations, but not concerning thoughts. I was very, it was about Saphira, because she, at one point, Roran and some other people walked in, and they were all bloodied and, like, hurt, and Saphira didn't really care, and I was like, oh, come on, you're a dragon, you can, like, kill people, I don't know. And I didn't really get that, and then I started recently writing a story of my own, involving a dragon and his companion, but it's, like, based in a different setting. And then when I started writing, I realized that my dragon was kind of, the dragon that I made was kind of like Saphira, because she cared more for the human than anyone else, or my dragon in the story. And so, yeah, I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about the books. Honestly think, it kind of might be a spoiler. The Inheritance book, it could have ended that way, it didn't have to continue, but then again, I'm the kind of writer that would, or that does, because I write little short stories, it makes people have to guess what happens. It doesn't tell you. I guess that's my kind of personal opinion. So, yeah. And thank you, Christopher Paolini, for signing this. I never got to see you and, like, talk to you about it, but it's, like, my treasure. I'm gonna keep it, like, safe forever, and yeah, I always think that we have to keep you in, like, protective custody because I would like to meet you one day, but I love the series so much, and I think about it non-stop and try to learn as much and have that help me with my writing as well. But yep, so terrible review of Eragon, I know. I'm bad at reviewing, but this is more of just a thank you to the author for writing this series, because oh my gosh, life would not be complete without it. I'm glad I was born in this generation, because I'm 18 now, and so I got lucky. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's kind of pointless video, I know, but if you follow my Tumblr, or follow me on my Tumblr, you know that I'm really addicted to Eragon. So super envious of the author, because I wish I could write something as amazing as that. Maybe I will someday, who knows. So go check out Eragon. I'm kind of late to review. There isn't much reviews that I've checked. And this even has a freaking map. I watched this video of this girl that she would always check where they're going. I like to imagine it in my head because it's a little different. But yep.